What's up, everyone? This is Tatum. I'm back with another episode of Flowers, and today I'm going to be discussing one of my favorite albums. For those that's new watching my Flowers series, this is my segment where I like to give some of my favorite albums their flowers, and this one in recent years is probably still one of my favorite R&B albums, if not my favorite R&B album of the past 10 years. So, without further ado, today I'm going to be discussing SZA, Control. This album came out June 9th, 2017, and wow, we're about to approach the anniversary of it. Matter of fact, SZA, where's the new album? Please, I need a new one. This album, man, this album is so fucking great. I couldn't wait to do this Flowers episode on it. I really, really enjoy this record, and I still listen to it heavily today. So this is SZA's debut album. She was nominated for a bunch of Grammys for this album. I think it was just a great concept. I just love everything about this album, even the covers. I'm just going to talk about some of my favorite tracks on here, give a breakdown of that, some of the standouts, some things I maybe didn't like, and just give this album its flowers. So let's get into it. The album starts with Supermodel, and that's one of my favorite songs of all time. I just love everything about that record, from the beautiful guitar. Yes, I'm really leaving, and no, I'm not keeping your shit. Heard you got some new homies, got some new hobbies, even a new hoe too. Man, the one thing I really enjoyed about this album is the subject matter. I think I always love the R&B singers that, for lack of better words, carried a bravado with them and just vulnerability and honesty. It's like the thing I loved about Amy Winehouse, Mary J. Blige, is the SZAs. Like it's this honest factor that makes it too real sometimes, you know what I mean? So like even her on Supermodel, let me tell you a secret, I've been secretly banging your homeboy while you in Vegas, all up on Valentine's Day. Why am I so easy to forget like that? And then right soon as she says something like shitting on the guy, the very next line she gets vulnerable again. And you could tell that, whatever was done could have been just out of, spite and things of that nature, but it's that understanding of like, why am I so easy to forget like that? It can't be that easy for you to get like that. Like, oh no, you didn't. Oh yes, I did. Leave me for prettier women. I need too much attention for shit like that. You wrong for shit like that. I could be a supermodel if you believe, if you see it in me, man. I sing that shit like I'm SZA. That shit is a great opening track. It's really fucking great. Like, that record is so beautiful. Even at the end when she's doing her little harmonies going off, that's good. Dope. Love Galore is dope with Travis Scott. I think that was a perfect collaboration. Dope video. And that even was like a continuation of that. Being in a relationship with someone that's unhealthy and you shouldn't be doing these things. I think that's kind of almost a centerpiece of the whole album. Not a centerpiece, but it's a major subject matter that's on the album. Just not, I'll just leave it at that. Love Galore is dope. Doves in the Wind. That song sounds, when I first heard it, I was like, yeah, this sounds like Kendrick Lamar should be on here. Like, it sounds like a perfect Kendrick Lamar record. I mean, beat wise anyway. Not one of my favorites on here, but I do know it. So whatever that. I still listen enough to it to know it. So yeah, it starts off, real niggas do not deserve pussy. So yeah, that's that honesty thing I was talking about. And even how Kendrick comes in, pussy, like how he does his Kendrick thing throughout it, just made it a very great record. Drew Barrymore, I think that's the first record I heard from this album that they released, and when I heard it, I was like, oh, this is so fucking dope. I couldn't wait for the album to come out. When I heard that record, I was like, this is a really fucking good record. And to have Drew Barrymore in the video, and she's looking at her ex and looking at him, I guess, kind of moved on from the situation, and how that makes her feel. Like, you put me through all this shit, and to see you go on and do this shit, like, what was I used for, in a way? I love the hook, is a woman up for you inside, outside, is a woman up for you inside me. I think that's that metaphor of that double entendre is it was fucking dope. Yeah, and like how she literally says, I get so lonely that I forget what I'm worth. Jesus Christ, that shit is, yeah, I just love this album, man. Great work, SZA. Prom, The Weeknd, which is probably one of the biggest standout records on here, and even that whole subject on there is just great. Like, cause we don't get that a lot. Like, it's so big because I'm pretty sure, for one, it's very relatable, and two, oh shit, I can't believe she said that. like, yeah, you can have them Monday through Thursday, but I need them through the weekend. Like, uh, that song is really great, and it's a well written song. It's a really good written song from top to bottom, production wise. Everything is just solid about that record, and I just appreciate it from that standpoint. At bare minimum, you know what I mean? So, one of my favorites on the album. I never was really a fan of Go Gina. I'm sorry. I get it. I get the reference. But the song really never did anything for me. One of my hiccups with the album for me. Garden's dope. Broken Clocks. All I got is these broken clocks. I ain't got no time. Just burning daylight, but it's still love. It's still love, and it's still love. One of my favorites as well, man. I paid enough for petty dues. I heard enough of shitty news. I had a thing for dirty shoes since I was 10. Love dirty men alike. Or the lines where she's like, like she haven't talked to the guy in so long, so why is he hearing her now? Like, you gonna make me late for work again. That shit is so great, man. Like, I don't understand. Like, we need that next album right away. Like, I guess I'll just keep listening to Control over and over and over again. But Broken Clocks is another one. Anything to do you even know I'm alive? Like, yeah, dope record as well. It reminds me of she did a hook on like Schoolboy Q's Blank Face album, and that song, I don't know why her vocal performance reminds me of that, but I love the production on that song. It makes me work a little harder, like that kind of vibe to it. I love that part about it. Move a little smarter. Normal Girl. I got so many favorites on here. This shit is now I'm like getting to this review is kind of fucked up. But Normal Girl. That's when she used the you like it when I get aggressive. I just love Normal Girl, just because at the end of the day, we start the album at this perspective that she had of being in a relationship that she wasn't supposed to be in, and being out of that relationship, of just doing crazy shit. And I think this whole album represents that. Like, Normal Girl, Pretty Little Birds, and 20 something, they're all great records, and they all kind of bear the same theme to me, but I'll get to it in the recap. Let's get into my best songs. Supermodel, The Weeknd. It's so tough to pick three. Broken Clocks. Worst song, I'm gonna go with Go Gina. Best line, it might be the whole song of Supermodel. I'm writing this letter to let you know, yes, I'm really leaving, and no, I'm not keeping your shit. Heard you got some new homies, got some new hobbies, maybe a new hoe too. Maybe she can come help you. Maybe she can come lick you after we're done. What's done is done. Don't want nothing else to do with it. That whole part is just perfect. Let's wrap this up though. In closing, with SZA Control album, it's so great. Like I said, it's probably my favorite R&B album of the past 10 years, and just the subject matter on here and the story behind it is just dope. Because to me, when I hear it, it's the closeout track to me. It's those 20 somethings, all the mistakes you make, all the self-pity you put yourself through, all the mental ups and downs of being in your 20s, with whether it be love life or whether it be financial life or just your happiness. It's just that whole journey, and it's really vulnerable. It's a vulnerable piece of work. It's a transparent piece of body of work, and that's one thing I can only ask for, especially in our artists, is just to be transparent and be honest, and I believe you, like, you know what I mean. And I think this album is just top notch, both thumbs up. Whatever thing I could give it, that's just high praise. I fucking love this album. So, and let me know some of your favorite records on the album. What's your favorite three? Let me know in the comments. Did I go too hard on Go Gina? Sorry, let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Flowers for SZA, Control. I'm Tatum. Peace.